Hey there, my fellow rechecks. Rabbit here. Today, I want to talk about why you should do weekly contracts for Sire Milk and Warhammer 40k Darktide. Alright, let's just begin by finding out where this dude is located. This dude is located right here. He has his own little cubby hole. Alright, this is Sire Milk.
Are you certain this is a sensible course?
I think so, Milk. I think this is a sensible cause. Alright, so why should you do weekly contracts to collect Sire Milk's currency right here? Well, it's because of the limited time acquisitions and the mystery acquisitions. Okay, so let's take a look at the stuff that's on rotation. So this is what he has. He usually has one curio on sale, plus a bunch of random weapons that you can get, like, totally RNG. So the difference between the weapons that you can get here and the stuff that you can get from the regular armory is that once you're at max level, character level 30, all these stats that you see here should be maxed out. Now, when you get to level 30, the numbers are generally going to be anywhere from like 60s to 65 minimum to sometimes 80, but generally 75 to 77-ish percent, right, for the attributes here. Now, sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll find something that's a perfect roll, which is going to be, 80, 80, 80, 80, and then one of the attributes is going to be 60. Generally, the dump stat you want to find is mobility. The rest of the stuff is always more vital because it'll increase the damage that you'll do with a weapon, right? So look through here, find something that you like, but why should you buy something from Sire Milk? Well, it's because either you're new to the game and you don't have a lot of these type of currencies right here. So the plasteel and diamantine and these dockets are going to be what you use to do weapon crafting. And the diamantine is something that's extremely hard to get. Of course, the higher you go in difficulty, the higher the chance that you'll be able to find these either in the chests and or just in the map itself, like on the ground or something like that, right? But if you don't have a lot of these currencies, what you can do as you're playing the game, you can do the weekly contracts to get these currencies. But before we talk about the actual
Must have
contracts
stand so
themselves,
close.
let's go back here and just look at what's on sale, right? Maybe we can find a perfect roll. So far, it's a whole lot of nothing. It's very rare to get a perfect roll out of here. I mean, something like this, it's pretty dang close, and getting something like, with these particular stats is going to allow you to take, a specific weapon that you want to try, and it's going to allow you to experiment with it in the builds that you want to try out. So that's the main attraction right here. Taking these fully kitted things and just putting it plug and chug into a build that you think would be fun to try. Alright. The only thing, though, is that the perks and the blessings may not always be maxed out. So just keep that in mind. To adjust the perks and the blessings, it's going to cost, I believe it's just the cash, the regular dockets. But we can double check that right now, just so you don't have to wonder and figure out what that is on your own. Alright, let's just say we want to do this one. Refine the perk. Okay, that's just the cash. That's cool. What about the blessings? Okay, that's just cash. So that should be easily farmable just
Petty
by simply
conversation
playing the
does not
game.
enhance fun.
Alright, so let's just go back real quick to
I
Sire
have a
Milk.
good feeling about what comes next.
Alright, let's
True.
just again take a look. Is there anything that can be remotely close to, besides that auto gun, a perfect roll weapon? Nope. Unfortunate. And usually with the curios, it's got all three perks in it. So of course, these are always randomized, just like everything else. But sometimes, very rarely, you can also find these in the regular armory, is that you'll find something that is a little bit beyond a perfect roll. And that's going to be something that has attributes for the weapons where it's 80, 80, 80, and what was it again? How many? 80, 80, 80, 80, 61. So if you find something like that, I think for the most part, it's something you want to buy because that's actually going to be a little bit more better than a perfect roll. It's not much, but it's 1% better. Okay, so let's look at the mystery acquisitions. What's that about? So these ones, these are totally like RNG based, right? So you can kind of, you know, hope that you get something kind of cool. That's going to be for melee, ranged weapon, and then the thing that most people use Sire Milk for nowadays, if you've been playing for a while, you got all the currency that you need. It's going to be the curios. The curios, this is the best way to farm for something. So um, a curio with max, one that's like max kit is, let me see what it's called again. I always forget. But the max blessings that you can get are 3 stamina, 20% health, 17% toughness. I think those are the three. There might be one more, but those are like the numbers that you want to look for when you're looking for a blessing. And Sire Milk should usually give you something like either in the middle or maxed out for the blessings. So that's kind of how the mystery acquisition works for the defensive curio. Don't waste your dockets on the weapons, but use it for the curio. Because the other shop, the armory, it only has like one or two on rotation at any given time. And these are always listed for 1 day, and then after the 24 hours is up, it rotates everything out. Okay. But what about the contracts? What does that look like? So as you can see, I have stuff that's in progress, but usually something that is harder to do or takes longer to do will give you more of these dockets, right? Kill 6 monstrosities, you get 510. Kill 1,000 dregs with range, you get 530. Okay, so stuff that you want to avoid are things that take a long time to do, such as kill 1,000 dregs with range. I mean, you can complete this throughout the week. You have a whole week to do it. If you just want to like farm it real quick, maybe avoid doing things that say kill X amount of enemy type with ranged and or melee. Okay, these can take a little while. What other stuff? Let's see. Let's log into my other characters. Change operative. Let's take Judge Stallone For example, I'm not going to use my shortcuts here because it's been crashing the game lately. I don't know why. So please forgive the wait time here. I wonder if there's a model kit of the Morning Star or a ship that's of the same class. It looks pretty damn cool, don't you think? Okay, wow, we gotta do this the long way.
Good morrow.
Ah, perfect. This is the stuff that I wanted to show you. So you see this? Pick up 16 grimoires or scriptures and complete 8 missions. Those are gonna take a long time. Especially this one. And no one's gonna really pick up these things anymore because they're not worth it. I think they give you purple wounds. And even if you do recover them with a Medicaid station, it's going to come back right away. That's just the downside of picking these things up because it's heretical stuff, right? So, if you come across something like this and complete missions, and another one that's super annoying to do is complete X amount of games without any player going down and dying. Skip those, but in order to skip it, just select the contract, replace task. The first one is going to be free. Click replace task.
I wouldn't do this for just anyone, you
Uh,
know.
well, we rolled into something that is also pretty crappy, but it's only one. Alright, but because it's easier, of course, like we mentioned earlier, it's going to give you less of these dockets. That's just how it is. So let's just say you don't like this one, and you have cash, right? Well, if we want to replace it again, it's going to cost us a little bit of cash. Not too much. So let's go ahead and replace.
I'm
Alright, well,
sure I can
these
trust
should
your
be a little
discretion.
bit better. Might take you several games, but hey, you know, I think it would be easier than having someone not die at all. I mean, it's bound to happen. It can happen, and sometimes it can be completely random, which sucks. So, what about complete 8 missions? Well, we did replace a task 2 times already. What happens if we select something else that we didn't replace yet? What's going to happen? Ah, see, costs money. So anytime that you replace any contract, it's going to cost money. And the more you do it, the more it will cost. So this is also RNG stuff. But if you do have a little bit of extra cash, you can do replace task. And, well, there you go. This is what we got now. Alright, so that's how it works. Okay. And if you happen to complete all of the weekly contracts, you can get a bonus of 1,000 dockets. Alright. And, you can farm this. You can create multiple characters, as you've seen. The arbitrator character that I have has different contracts. I haven't done any yet. These are easy to farm. Just play the game, get that experience in, and then, probably by midweek, if you started at the beginning of the week, you should be able to complete almost everything on your list. All right. Uh, so there's also one other thing I want to mention
Oh, I
about the
wish I could
contracts.
go
If you're
with
on
you.
the PC, I don't know what it's going to be on controller console. So you're going to need to look up your key bindings, your controller settings. But if you're on the computer, on the PC, just hit tab, and then you'll see, or hold down tab, and then you'll see the contracts. When you're in the hub, the lobby of the Morningstar,
If
you'll
anyone sees
see
Soda,
the
tell her I want a
progress
word
that
in
you
private.
have. Pretty nifty. Easy to just pop it open and see what you have there. Now, an extra thing is that I want to show you is that, or mention, that if uh, there's an event going on in the game, um, if you pull up this menu and then you hold down and or just press the letter E, it'll show you the progress of the event. And usually it's going to be collect X amount of resources. Sometimes you'll need to turn it into Sire Milk or somebody else in the Morning Star. And that, uh, the rewards for that is usually going to be first dockets, the money, then plasteel, then I think a frame, and then diamantine, and then maybe some more dockets, the cash. Not Sire Milk's docket, but the regular cash that you spend for upgrading and going to the armory right here. Alright, so I think that's all I wanted to mention about the weekly contract. So again, let's just kind of recap here, right? Just in case you kind of got confused a little bit. Let me go to my office real quick. Alright, so what I talked about is that you should try your best to do weekly contracts for Sire Milk. You get a different type of currency that you can use to, when you're at max level, buy weapons and curios from him. That should be kind of like maxed out for the stats, blessings, and perks. That's going to allow you to take these things into builds that you want to experiment with and let you save up on the plasteel and diamantine for the weapons that you actually want to get a perfect roll for and kit those out. Alright, so if this helped you out, definitely like the video, give that a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. That'll let you know when I have videos go up like this and builds and all that, analysis videos. Gonna let you know when it goes up, and you might learn something new, or might even kind of get your interest back into the game and play it some more. Alright, thanks for your time, rejects. I gotta go. Bye bye.